forging your destiny through habit. Every moment of your life is a canvas waiting for you to paint upon it. You, my friend, hold the brush. The strokes you make, the colors you choose, these are your habits. And these habits, repeated day after day, week after week, year after year, create the masterpiece that is your life. But here's the thing. So are you conscious of the painting you're creating? Or are you letting the brush move on its own, guided by old patterns and unconscious decisions? Today, we're going to talk about taking control of that brush. We're going to explore how to force yourself. Yes, force yourself to develop good habits. Because sometimes, my friends, force is exactly what we need. Now, when I say force, I don't mean violence or aggression. I'm talking about the force of your will, the power of your intention, the strength of your commitment to becoming the person you were meant to be. This force is like a river. It can slowly wear away mountains, carve new paths through solid rock, and reshape entire landscapes. And just like a river, this force within you has the power to reshape your entire life. But not your habits. You are the awareness behind your habits. You are the consciousness that can observe your habits, evaluate them, and choose to change them. This is a profound realization because it means that no matter what habits you have right now, good or bad, you have the power to change them. Think about that for a moment. Really let it sink in. You are not doomed to repeat the same patterns forever. You are not a prisoner of your past behaviors. You are a being of infinite potential, capable of reinventing yourself at any moment. The question is, will you seize that power? Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but it's so hard to change. I've tried before and failed. And you're right, change can be challenging. But here's another truth. Nothing worth having comes easily. The most valuable things in life often require the most effort, the most persistence. Developing good habits is no different. It's a journey. And like any journey, it begins with a single step. But here's the key. You must take that step with absolute conviction. You must bring the full force of your being to bear on this decision to change. Imagine for a moment that you're standing at the edge of a cliff. Below you is the life you've always dreamed of, a life of health, happiness, success, and fulfillment. To reach it, you need to jump. Now, if you jump halfway, if you leap with doubt or hesitation, you'll fall short. But if you jump with every ounce of your being, if you launch yourself off that cliff with absolute commitment, you'll soar. That's what it means to force yourself to develop good habits. It means making a decision so powerful, so all-encompassing, that it propels you past your doubts, past your fears, past your old limiting beliefs. It means deciding that you will develop these habits, come what may. But how do we do this? How do we summon this force within ourselves? Let me share with you a few strategies that I found incredibly powerful. First, you must get crystal clear on your why. Why do you want to develop these good habits? What's driving you? Is it to be a better parent, to fulfill your professional potential, to live a longer, healthier life, to make a difference in the world? Whatever it is, you need to connect with this reason on a deep emotional level. Close your eyes for a moment. Visualize yourself living with these good habits fully ingrained. See yourself waking up early, full of energy. See yourself eating nutritious foods that fuel your body and mind. See yourself exercising regularly, your body strong and vibrant. See yourself reading, learning, growing every day. How does it feel? Let that feeling wash over you. This is your wow. This is what you're fighting for. Now, armed with this powerful why, you're ready to take action. But here's where many people go wrong. They try to change everything at once. They say, starting tomorrow, I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m., meditate for an hour, run 5 miles, eat a perfect diet, and read 100 pages. And what happens? By day 3, they're exhausted, discouraged, and ready to give up. Don't fall into this trap. Remember, we're not looking for a sprint. We're in this for the long haul. We're looking to create lasting change, to fundamentally alter the course of our lives. And for that, we need a different approach. Start small. Choose one habit just once a day. Focus all your energy on making it stick. Let's say you want to start a meditation practice. Don't aim for an hour a day right off the bat. Start with 5 minutes. 5 minutes of sitting in silence, focusing on your breath. Can you do that? Of course you can. Anyone can spare 5 minutes. The crucial part. And you must do it every single day. No excuses. Rain or shine, busy or free, happy or sad. You meditate for those 5 minutes. This is where the forces comes in. You force yourself to stick to this commitment no matter. Why is this so important? Because consistency is the key to habit formation. It's not about intensity. It's about regularity. Doing something every single day without fail sends a powerful message to your subconscious mind. It says, this is who I am now. This is what I do. As you consistently practice this new habit, something magical begins to happen. It starts to feel natural. What once required effort now feels automatic. You've created a new neural pathway in your brain, a new default behavior. Congratulations. You've developed a good habit. But don't stop there. Once this habit is firmly established, you can start to expand it. Those 5 minutes of meditation can gradually become 10, then 15, then 30. And as you master one habit, you can begin to introduce others. Now, I want to address something important. As you embark on this journey of habit formation, you will face resistance. Your old self, your old patterns will fight back. You'll find excuses not to follow through. You'll face days when you just don't feel like it. This is normal. In fact, it's a good sign. It means you're pushing yourself out of your comfort zone, which is where all growth happens. When you face this resistance, remember this. Sins are important, but they're not in charge. But just because you don't feel like doing something doesn't mean you can't do it. This is where discipline comes in. Discipline is doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. Discipline might sound like a harsh word, but it's actually a form of self-love. When you force yourself to stick to your commitments, when you follow through on your decisions to develop good habits, you're sending a powerful message to yourself. You're saying, I am someone who keeps their word. I am someone who can be trusted. I am someone who is in control of their own life. This self-trust, this self-respect is incredibly empowering. It builds a foundation of confidence that spills over into every area of your life. You start to see yourself as someone who can achieve their goals, who can overcome obstacles, who can create. Now let's talk about environment. Your environment plays a crucial role in your habit formation journey. The people you surround yourself with, the places you spend your time, the things you allow into your space, all of these influence your behaviors in subtle but powerful ways. Take a look around you. Does your environment support the habits you're trying to develop? If you're trying to eat healthier, is your kitchen stocked with nutritious foods? If you're trying to read more, are books easily accessible in your home? If you're trying to exercise regularly, do you have a designated space for workout? Remember, willpower is a finite resource. By creating an environment that supports your goals, you reduce the amount of willpower required to make good choices. You make it easier to do the right. This extends to the people in your life as well. Jim Rohn famously said, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Look at your inner circle. Do these people support your growth? Do they inspire you to be better? If not, it might be time to expand your circle. Seek out individuals who embody the habits and qualities you aspire to develop. Their influence can be a powerful force in shaping your own behaviors. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with. Perfectionism. When it comes to developing good habits, perfectionism can be a major stumbling block. Many people have an all-or-nothing mentality. They think, if I can't do it perfectly, why bother doing it at all? This kind of thinking is a trap. It sets you up for failure and discouragement. The truth is, there's no such thing as perfect when it comes to habits. There will be days when you slip up, when you don't follow through, when you fall short of your goals, and that's okay. The key is not to let these slip-ups derail you completely. If you miss a day of meditation, don't throw in the towel and declare the whole endeavor a failure. Just get back on track the next day. Remember, it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent over the long term. In fact, these slip-ups can be valuable learning opportunities. When you miss a day or fall short of your goal, take a moment to reflect. What led to this slip-up? Was it a lack of planning? An unexpected obstacle? Identifying these challenges can help you develop strategies to overcome them in the future. This brings us to another crucial aspect of habit formation. Self-awareness. As you work on developing good habits, pay attention to your thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. Notice the patterns that emerge. When do you find it easiest to stick to your new habits? When do you struggle the most? What triggers your old unwanted behaviors? This self-awareness is like a superpower. It allows you to anticipate challenges and plan accordingly. It helps you understand your own unique strengths and weaknesses, allowing you to tailor your approach to habit formation in a way that works best for you. Remember, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to developing good habits. What works for someone else might not work for you, and that's okay. The key is to experiment, to try different strategies, and to find what resonates with you. As you continue on this journey of habit formation, it's important to celebrate your progress. Too often, we focus solely on our end goal, overlooking the small victories along the way. But these small victories are crucial. They provide encouragement, boost your motivation, and reinforce your new identity as someone who follows through on their commitments. So celebrate every win, no matter how small. Did you meditate for 5 minutes today? Celebrate that. Did you choose a healthy meal instead of fast food? Celebrate that. Did you read 10 pages of a book? Celebrate that. These celebrations don't have to be grand gestures. A simple acknowledgement, a moment of gratitude can be enough. Now, let's talk about the power of identity. One of the most effective ways to develop good habits is to shift your focus from the behavior itself to the identity behind the behavior. Instead of saying, I want to exercise more, say, I am becoming someone who prioritizes their health. Instead of saying, I want to read more, say, I am a lifelong learner. This shift in identity creates a powerful motivational force. When you see yourself as a certain type of person, you naturally begin to act in alignment with that identity. Your behaviors become a way of affirming who you are rather than a chore you have to force yourself to do. As you develop these good habits, you'll start to notice something incredible happening. These habits, which once required so much effort and willpower, begin to feel natural. They become part of who you are. And as these good habits take root, they begin to compound, creating a positive spiral in your life. You see, good habits don't exist in isolation. They tend to support and reinforce each other. When you start exercising regularly, you naturally want to eat healthier to support your fitness goals. When you start reading more, you become curious about other areas of learning and growth. When you start meditating, you become more mindful in other areas of your life. This compounding effect is where the real magic happens. It's how small, consistent actions can lead to massive changes over time. It's how you can completely transform your life, one habit at a time. But here's the things. This transformation doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a journey. And like any journey, there will be ups and downs. There will be times when you feel on top of the world, when everything seems to be falling into place. And there will be times when you feel discouraged, when it seems like you're not making progress. During these challenging times, it's crucial to maintain perspective. Remember why you started this journey in the first place. Connect with your why. Visualize the person you're becoming, the life you're creating. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Self-compassion is not the enemy of self-discipline. In fact, it's an essential component of lasting change. Treat yourself with the same kindness and understanding you would offer a good friend. Acknowledge your efforts, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. As we near the end of our time together, I want to leave you with this thought. Developing good habits is not about achieving perfection. It's not about becoming some idealized version of yourself. It's about becoming more fully you. It's about aligning your daily actions with your deepest values and aspirations. It's about living with intention, purpose, and authenticity. You have within you everything you need to develop the habits that will lead you to your best life. You have the power to choose, the strength to persevere, and the wisdom to learn and grow. All you need to do is tap into that power, that strength, that wisdom. Choose one habit. Just one that you want to develop. Commit to it fully. Bring the full force of your being to this commitment. Start small, be consistent, and trust in the process. Remember, every great journey begins with a single step. Take that step today. You are the architect of your life. With every choice, every action, every habit, you are building your future. Make it a future you're excited to live. Make it a future that reflects the very best of who you are and who you can become. The power is in your hands. The time is now. Force yourself to develop good habits and watch as those habits reshape your world. Your future self will thank you for the effort you put in today. Thank you for your attention, for your commitment to growth, and for the positive impact you're about to make in your own life and in the world around you. Now go forth and begin this exciting journey of transformation. I apologize for the oversight. You're absolutely right that the speech fell short of the 5,000-word target. I'll continue the speech to reach the full 5,000 words as requested. The best is yet to come. Now, as we continue on this journey of self-discovery and habit formation, let's delve even deeper into the transformative power of conscious choice. Every day, every hour, every minute, we are faced with decisions. These decisions, no matter how small they may seem, are the building blocks of our habits and ultimately our lives. Think about the last decision you made. Perhaps it was what to eat for breakfast, whether to hit the snooze button or how to respond to a colleague's email. These seemingly insignificant choices are far more powerful than we often realize. They are the seeds from which our habits grow. When we force ourselves to develop good habits, we're essentially committing to making better choices consistently. We're deciding to override our immediate impulses in favor of long-term benefits. This is no small feat. It requires awareness, intentionality, and yes, sometimes force. And here's the beautiful thing about this process. As we continue to make these conscious choices, they become easier. What once felt like an uphill battle starts to feel like a natural flow. This is the power of neuroplasticity. Our brain's ability to reorganize itself by forming new neural connections. Every time we choose the good habit over the bad, we're literally rewiring our brains. Imagine your brain is a vast landscape. Your habitual thoughts and behaviors are like well-worn paths through this landscape. These paths are easy to travel because they've been used so many times before. Developing a new habit is like forging a new path through uncharted territory. At first, it's difficult. You have to push through the underbrush, climb over obstacles, find your way. But with each repetition, the path becomes clearer, easier to travel. Eventually, it becomes the new default route. This process takes time and patience. In our instant gratification society, we often expect immediate results. But true, lasting change doesn't work that way. It's a gradual process of consistent effort and incremental progress. This is why it's so important to celebrate those small victories we talked about earlier. Each small win is another step on that new path, another moment of rewiring your brain. Now let's talk about the ripple effect of good habits. When you force yourself to develop one good habit, you're not just impacting that specific area of your life. You're creating a positive ripple effect that touches every aspect of your existence. Let's say you decide to develop the habit of waking up early. At first, it might be a struggle. Your body resists, your mind protests, but you persist. You force yourself out of bed each morning, no matter how tempting it is to hit the snooze. Over time, this becomes your new normal. But the impact doesn't stop there. Because you're waking up early, you now have time for a morning workout. This new exercise habit leads to increased energy and improved mood throughout the day. You find yourself more productive at work, more patient with your family, more motivated to eat healthfully. See how one habit can set off a chain reaction of positive change. This is the power of keystone habits, habits that have the power to start a chain reaction, changing other habits as they move through your life. Identifying and focusing on these keystone habits can be a game changer in your personal development journey. They allow you to get maximum impact from your efforts. So as you consider which habits to develop, think about which ones might have this ripple effect in your life. Now let's address another crucial aspect of habit formation, power of belief. To truly force yourself to develop good habits, you must believe in your ability to change. You must believe that you are capable of becoming the person you aspire to. This belief is not always easy to maintain, especially when you face setbacks or when progress seems slow. This is where the power of affirmations comes in. Affirmations are positive statements that can help you to challenge and overcome self-sabotaging and negative thoughts. When you repeat them often and believe in them, you can start to make positive changes. Create affirmations that reinforce your new habits and your evolving identity. If you're developing a habit of daily exercise, your affirmation might be, I am someone who prioritizes my health and fitness. If you're working on a habit of mindfulness, you might affirm, I am present and focused in each moment. Repeat these affirmations daily, especially when you feel your resolve wavering. Let them be a reminder of who you are becoming, of the person you are choosing to be through your habits. Remember, your thoughts create your reality. By consciously choosing positive, empowering thoughts, you're laying the mental groundwork for your new habits to thrive. As we continue to explore this journey of habit formation, it's important to address the role of discomfort. Developing new habits often involves stepping out of your comfort zone. It requires you to do things that may feel unnatural or difficult at first. This discomfort is not something to be avoided. It's a sign of growth. In fact, I encourage you to embrace discomfort. See it as a signal that you're pushing your boundaries, that you're evolving. When you feel resistance to your new habit, when you feel the urge to fall back into old patterns, recognize these moments as opportunities for growth. These are the moments when you have the chance to flex your willpower muscle, to reinforce your commitment to change. Over time, as you consistently choose to push through this discomfort, you'll find that your comfort zone expands. What once felt challenging becomes manageable, even enjoyable. This is how we grow, how we evolve, how we become the best versions of ourselves. Now let's talk about the power of visualization and habit formation. Your mind is an incredibly powerful tool, and visualization is a way to harness that power for positive change. Each day, take a few moments to visualize yourself successfully practicing your new habit. See yourself in vivid detail, feeling the positive emotions associated with this new behavior. If your goal is to develop a reading habit, visualize yourself cozied up with a good book, feeling engaged and enlightened. If you're working on a habit of healthy eating, see yourself preparing and enjoying nutritious meals, feeling energized and vibrant. This visualization serves two purposes. First, it reinforces your commitment to the new habit. Second, it creates a blueprint in your mind, making it easier for you to follow through in reality. Your subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between a vividly imagined event and a real one. By visualizing your success, you're priming your mind and body to make that vision a reality. As we near the end of our exploration of habit formation, I want to emphasize the importance of patience and perseverance. Developing new habits is not always a linear process. There will be days when it feels easy, when everything falls into place, and there will be days when it feels like an uphill battle. On those difficult days, remember this: progress is not always visible. Sometimes the most important growth happens beneath the surface, like roots spreading underground before a plant sprouts. Trust in the process. Trust that every time you choose your new habit, you're creating change, even if you can't see it yet. And remember, setbacks are not failures. They're opportunities for learning and growth. If you slip back into an old habit, don't berate yourself. Instead, approach the situation with curiosity. What triggered this slip? What can you learn from it? How can you set yourself up for success next time? This growth mindset will serve you well on your habit formation journey. As we wrap up, I want to leave you with a powerful thought. You are not a victim of your habits. You are the creator of your habits. Every day, with every choice, you have the power to shape your life. You have the power to force yourself to develop good habits that align with your highest aspirations. This power comes with responsibility. The responsibility to choose wisely, to act with intention, to persist in the face of challenges. But it also comes with incredible freedom. The freedom to grow, to change, to become the... So I ask you, what habits will you choose to develop? What kind of life will you create for yourself? The power is in your hands. The time is now. Embrace this opportunity to reshape your life, one habit at a time. Remember, you are capable of amazing things. You have within you everything you need to create lasting, positive change. Believe in yourself, trust the process, and keep moving forward. Your future self is cheering you on, grateful for every good habit you're developing today. Thank you for joining me on this exploration about power of habit formation. Now go forth and create the life you've always dreamed of, one conscious choice at a time. The world is waiting for the incredible person you're becoming. Embrace the journey, and never forget, you have the power to force yourself to develop good habits, and in doing so, to transform your life in ways you've never imagined. Your journey starts now. Make it count.